Good day and welcome back to Everything Windows. In this video, we're going to have a semi-podcast of all Rectify 11 over the Rectify 11 Development Hub Discord server, a spin-off from the Rectify Win Discord server. Be sure to join both of them. Anyways, check out the video to find out. So here we are in the Rectify11 Development Hub Discord server with two other people, which are going to let them introduce themselves. Yeah, so this is a bit of a voice chat because I don't usually talk to other people for videos. So the first segment is introduction. The first one is going to be one of the familiar name for the voice chat because I posted in my Twitter that I've accidentally joined a voice chat on my own Discord server with Jaime V2 and Reteki Everything AV. So the first one we're going to know or something like that, any word like that, is Jaime V2. Yeah, I learned the correct pronunciation to how to spell it or to say your name, Jaime V2, because you say it is not Jaime V2 because it's Jaime V2. So
Yep,
go ahead
yep.
and introduce yourself.
Oh, hey. Well, my name is Jaime, and my name is Jaime. I'm 15 years old. I'm birthday is March 3, 2007. I was born in March 3, 2007, right here. I'm doing Windows stuff, 3D model, 3D models, like stuff right here, and just like the Windows modder. I'm personally making a project called Windows ME, but in anti-kernel thing right here. I'm I'm exploring the Rectify 11 from the MS styles here. You see, that's kind of cool at least. So yeah, I hope you like my introduction.
Okay, that's a great introduction by Jaime. And the second one is the name, if I say your name right, Ruben Dolman YT. So introduce yourself right now. Just plug out anything.
Yeah, my name's Ruben. I'm a Kiwi and I make random and I have videos across way to me topics.
Alright, so here we are in the Rectify 11 Development Hub. Once again, we're going to talk about Rectify 11, specifically all about Rectify 11, starting from how we know the Rectify 11 started as the project and the V1. We're going to talk it briefly, and we're going to talk V2 and V2.5, V3, and the feature of Rectify 11, and some suggestion, and after that, the end. So after we going to okay. So I haven't introduced myself. So yeah, I am Everything Windows August. My pseudonym Philip. Yeah, it's a good fun of my real name. If you know my real name, just yeah, that's a good fun to be honest. And yeah, as you see, I have about 1.37k subscribers on YouTube, and I'm probably active on Discord as the moderator and admin of both Rectify 11 Development Hub and Rectify Win Discord server, respectively. Okay, so right now we're going to talk about how do you know Rectify 11. So started with Jaime. Okay, so we're having a bit of a difficulties about the connection for Discord. It's about 5 minutes since that fiasco or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. So, okay, Jaime, how do you know Rectify 11 in the first place?
Basically, I'm just downloading the MS styles just in case, but I discovering the dark mode of the VLC media player. I was about to say about this, but I just about to say I revealing the VLC media player as added to the dark mode. Added to the dark mode, but it's the Rectify 11 MS styles theme. I did applying it from the Security UX theme basically. It's just kind of like that, but some applications kind of like the light, some light parts of that. That's a kind of bug. So rectify the Rectify 11 itself is kind of like you know, basically it should be here. You know, the setup's like that. Oh my god. It should be like, oh my god. It's like rectified. It's now being like, Windows rectified thing here. It's kind of like you see, it is now being like completely dark mode. Completely dark mode, Not like the some applications like the light parts a bit. It's kind of like buggy, at least, you know. Yeah.
So if I put it in simple, Jaime, you inserted in Rectify 11 because of the dark mode that Rectify 11 provides, in which is more consistent than Vanilla 11 itself. Isn't it that like that?
It's kind of like different basically. In normal Windows 11, there's a center taskbar, but in Rectify 11, it's like left side by default. It's kind of like that, but I hope the I hope the lock the taskbar is actually like it's a picture back here. Good days, the rock the taskbar memes.
Yeah, we love that meme. The lock the taskbar thingy. That's
Yeah,
what I was going. If I'm going into Windows memes, all kind of stuff.
yeah.
It has confinement hilarious.
Johnny, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, this is kind of like different than the normal Windows 11. Basically, the UMA basic information is back right here, unlike the Windows 11 settings here. Kind of like moving the control panel or moving from control panel to settings, something like that. Like just like Windows 10 raised as have, but basically the recover menu and the boot menu here is actually kind of like fully dark mode. Unlike normal 11 here. Oh my god. To be honest.
So yeah, to I will put it in simple. So you are really just um like awesome by the refined design by UI or the UX side of Rectify 11. Isn't it like that?
Mm, what do you say about this? I can't really hear you, but ask your question again. Ask your question again. Well, ask your question again. Basically, I can't just kind of like hearable here. Ask your question.
Okay, yeah. So probably we will switch up to Ruben Dolman YT. So how do you know Rectify 11 in the first place?
I found it off of Firecube's Twitter.
Oh, the almighty FiCube. Yeah, the FiCube does have a lot of influence to Rectify 11 in the first place. Yeah. So what's next?
Basically, like, when I got my new computer, the first thing I did was I went through and removed a lot of the bloat off goes, because I do a lot of stuff in space is kind of a concern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Rectify 11 does have some optimal optimization over the vanilla Windows 11 one. As you see in my Unwinver video about Rectify 11 version 2, quote unquote, point 5. Yeah, it does have some improvement for optimization in the memory side, or should I say RAM, and on the disk and CPU side. Well, to be fair, it is almost like 3 times as less usage from the vanilla Windows 11 one. Is that what you meant?
And to be completely honest, at the moment, I use Vanilla 11 just with the installs which makes the fixed reads just so I get like consistent colors on my laptop. Because so I don't get flash paint every time I open certain apps.
Ah, so it is for the MS styles, eh?
That and the point that I've done really way too much tweaking to my installation. I've gone through I've disabled services, used debloater tools, uninstalled things. Uninstalled tool is a great help.
Yeah, well, that's a great help. So, after we know about each other, well, I myself know Rectify 11 from the from the Noble Text Rectify 11 video, which in that stage is still promoted as OJaz's Alone project, you know. And well, since I know that, along with the XP 2003 over the Rectify Discord server, in the late December 2021, if I remember correctly. So that alone that I myself know Rectify 11 in the first place. So we're going to talk about Rectify 11, the version 1, which is the team said it is the cursed version of Rectify 11. And yeah, I think it is kind of a bit of a curse because the only changes from the vanilla Windows 11 is that it only adds like the start or back, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. So it only has some changes. Even their reference as Rectify 11 v1 is still just a makeover, like just only covering Windows 11 with start or back and or Explorer Patcher, or probably not probably in the V1. So, what do you all think? Has any of you encountered the V1 before going to V2?
I personally never tried version one. I never personally tried version one here before. So yeah,
And what about you, Ruben?
Also, never tried version 1.
Okay, so I myself have never tried Rectify 11 V1 also, even though that I already downloaded the version, but I quickly deleted in favor of the V2. But I still kept that in my Google Drive. So let's talk about V2, which we know in the Rectify Windows Code is with ping at everyone because there are so many people waits for the V2 in case because well, there are so many things that are changed in V2 instead of only relying on Microsoft's MS style. It does have its own MS style because and it is considering more consistent than the vanilla Windows 11 one because I've already tried out for like I'm already using Rectify 11 as a Windows 2 Go mode for about a week, and the experience has been okay to me, to be honest, despite some people just said that there are some bugs in the dark mode, which makes things still in light mode, and like sometimes glitching, and instead of the dark gray, it is only the light gray, and some stuff. And has any of you just like see the V2 in person, like installing or just whatnot?
I did never try V2 or V2.5, I guess. So it's kind of like my storage was full. The storage was full. It's kind of like balancing stuff.
Yeah. And what about you, Ruben?
I've attempted to install on my main laptop on a partition. It installed, but then when it boot, it just booted to a black screen. But recovery worked, and I've used it in a VM before.
And if you don't mind, what type of laptop that you have? Because in my laptop personally, well, even though it is Windows to Go mode, it doesn't really equivalent with the separate partition, as you know. But it still runs on my laptop, in which is listed in my about page as Lenovo IdeaPad 13059KB. That's my laptop. And what about your laptop? And just tell us your experience, even though it is only the background of that. Just tell us.
An Acer Spy 3 has an M.2, and I installed it to a position on a terabyte hard disk, dual booting from my normal install off a Ventoy USB. But like when that just went back, when I figured out my other installation install worked, I just went back to that, wiped that, and then installed it in a VM at a computer at my school actually that I can have admin, and it worked fine in that in VirtualBox. With after I grabbed some tools to totally legally activate it.
So, well, even though it is still in a VM, but is the performance is noticeable, even though it is like more faster or just like something different from it. Well, in case if you have installed the vanilla Windows 11 and comparing it side by side with the Rectify 11.
But I could tell it worked like completely fine with no problems, even on a computer that's like severely underspec'd for 11 to begin with. It runs Linux for a reason.
All right. So, and let's talk about the V2.5, which is the latest version that is available via ISO. So, well, let me just tell my experience myself. So, I've already got V2 Windows to Go mode and also version 2.5. And in case of the appearance, doesn't really change that much. But the grounding is using Windows 11 build 22,000.318. So, well, yes, I didn't activate the copy, and which is a bummer because I only use Windows to Go mode and doesn't really mind to activate that much. But well, I experienced the installation by watching my video, like the raw MP4 file before going to upload to YouTube using VLC and using the dark mode also, and it worked. The dark mode is just amazing. Like it across like the context menu and the menu and the well separate from the installation. Well, the installation, the OBS, if y'all don't know, it kind of like dark mode only for the text, or should some people say like coding savvy, as the foreground is in white but the background is not. Like it's kind of like confuses Windows of what like type of color that chooses to apply to the GUI. And it's only minor, but well, it bothers me quite a bit while installing only, not when I'm using OBS. Well, when I'm using OBS, it's perfectly fine because it is like just only applied to GUI. And also, my laptop, by the way, is not officially supported to install Windows 11 as Microsoft said, but because Rectify 11 bypasses the TPM and the secure boot, and also it uses like it, it's usable in legacy mode instead of UEFI mode, as you know, and that is me like the performance is kind of bit of faster than Windows 10. Like it's pretty good. And has any of you got the ISO installed aside from Ruben? So Jaime, have you got 2.5 on your PC?
Yeah, no, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried that. Oh my god. I tried with the normal 11 hitting here. Kind of like good, but it's getting rid of their features. But in Rectify, but I haven't never tried V2.5. That's what I said. I never tried V2.5 because my storage is full. My goodness. I'm just telling stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, what about my aren't. So, we're going to talk about V3, which is the feature version of Rectify 11, but I see the text channel as V2.9. Probably it is because the theme, not the V3 actually, but let's talk about V3 anyway, including the MS style that is still being development as of now. So, I probably thought that you both have tried the MS style. Have you tried those, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. In like the my Windows 10, I applied the Rectify11 MS Tiles theme here. You see the button was actually changed to the Windows 11 logo. It's kind of like the WinVer is actually like it's kind of buggy here. You see the Windows 10 is kind of like the light Windows 10 thing here. It's not transparent right here. It's not transparent like that. In VLC Media Player right here is kind of like the full dark mode, and even in VirtualBox VirtualBox right here, you see VirtualBox is like the light mode thing here, and the some programs kind of like that. For example, Paint.net, it's kind of like you know in Paint.net right here is yeah for Paint.net, it's kind of like some parts of the some parts here it's kind of like light, keep the light right here, some parts of that are light, some parts of them are dark, so it's kind of like a bug, it's kind of like bug, but in that case it's almost full dark mode, almost full dark mode. And then the bug is part right here in the this one right here, it's kind of like cool at least. It's cool with the gradient here, the red gradient. I like the gradient here. The red gradient if your storage is almost full or something. The gradient here is I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. Oh my god. This is normal, this is better than normal 10. It's not like normal 10. It's better.
Yeah, well, I've experienced that. As you said, like part of the GUI is still in light mode and still refined to the dark mode. Yeah, that's what I said earlier with the OBS. Only in installation, not the actual application itself. The installation, yeah, the background is white, but the text is also white, which bothers me when installation. And what about you, Ruben? You said just try the MS style, and what about the experience for that?
Often I use theme style. When I originally used it, I didn't know about the fixed read file. So every time I put my computer to sleep and woke it up again, the style broke. But now that I've applied the registry tweak, it works fine with no problems for me. And it helped because Steam was one like every time you opened it, it was completely white. Now it's black, and I prefer the changed progress bar colors that I used in the image styles over default.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to see the V3. Only the MS style itself does have some positive like feedback. And by the way, talking about feedback, well, V3, the actual ISO, probably is going to come with nickel as a base. And what about your opinion about the feature of 11, even though if it is the MS style, even though it is the only ISO, and just Rectify 11 in general, what do you think? Oh, first, Jaime.
Well, basically, and it's kind of like based on nickel. And actually, V3 we like OB or something right here. V3 with transformation pack. Transformation pack. That's kind of like version 3. We original be kernel nickel. I mean nickel, but kind of like it changes to the transformation pack. And we're going any Windows 11 builds, kind of like that. But yeah, yeah. Is there an OB right here? It's saying nope. It's saying it says this, but V3 will come and if there's an OBE. But it's it's kind of like it changes the mind to V3 with transformation pack. So The Neko will be like the transformation pack now. Neko to transformation pack. That's kind of like changing the mind of the Rectify 11. Your question?
Did Rectify 11 V3 just only as a transformation pack? I didn't know that.
It's on a. It's on like yeah the fact history here. The frequently asked questions here. It's not like that. It's changing the mind here.
I thought that Rectify 11 V3 is available as ISO and also as transformation pack. And after you said that it only as transformation pack, then well, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
Mixed.
What
As far
about
as I know,
Ruben?
there's mixed. As far as I know, there's mixed information about the fact it will be ISO transformation pack or both. So I'm pretty sure there is discussion around that, but Rectify 11 as a whole, technically it shouldn't be needed as Microsoft did their job.
I think this is kind of an interesting part because it is a hypothetical thing to discuss. So, what suggestion do you want to go to Rectify 11, even though it's V3 or V4 or any VHR version of Rectify 11? Just tell us.
Yeah, well, you know what you think about this. I want in full dark mode, but not in some parts of the light mode. I just kind of like full light mode. It's kind of like that, but if I apply the light mode, my eyes will be like you know, it's kind of like blurry on my eyes. But in dark mode, it's like it's fine now. It's fine. It's fine in dark mode. I just want a fully dark mode, though. I just want full dark mode. It's kind of like some apps are light mode. It's on here. I just want a full dark mode of the Rectify 11. I just want a full dark mode on Rectify 11. I just want it, please. Want it? Oh my god.
Okay. So take that up, OJS, take that up, all of Aces and all of the developer of Rectify 11. Hi, wants the full dark mode across all Windows aspect. But I don't think that's really achievable
I
100%.
just want a fully dark mode of it. Yeah, I just want
Yeah,
that.
but I don't
Or
think that
if
it'll be
not,
100% because, well,
yeah.
it is
Or
coded.
if not, then
What?
that's
What?
fine. Or if not, then yeah, that's fine. If that's fine for me. So yeah, don't even think about. Yeah. That's fine for me. If not, yeah.
Well, I don't think that it will be achievable 100% because, well, they're not Microsoft. They can't do the full modification as 100%
Yeah.
unless if they are having access to the you know what. I'll put text on the screen. I don't want to say it in my voice. Uh, if they have access to you know what, oh, that'll be easier, of course, as what they'll achieve if they do that in Windows XP by getting access to the you know what. And I hope that it'll be 100%. And, well, yeah. What about you, Ruben?
Well, just quickly on the dark mode subject, the problem it's light is that it's the app developers, because I know for VirtualBox the background is actually an image that they have set, even though in Linux it's possible to set it to dark mode, which is interesting. But I'm pretty sure they use some sort of GDK to whatever Windows translation layer for it work.
This is the semi-podcast of Rectify 11, even though it is only just a short time. But I hope this will be a note to the developer of how Rectify 11 will be shaped together. And as of now, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next video of Everything in Windows. See you next time. Goodbye.